brothers on a dirt track. He had mother kick on the goggles and on his back. Well, as he passed the stands, he peeled off her dirt out. When through the roar of his engine, he heard somebody shout, "Sand on it, come on, Lord, sand on it." That man that started to drip, she hit the ship and she just couldn't get a hand on it.
West Virginia. In car 000D from Punxsutawney, Pennsylvania, Brian Doherty. Starting 6 in the Pittman auto number 3 from Pittsburgh, Richie Curry. Your next race, Pittsburgher preview line is underway as they exit turn number 4. The green is out. Down the front straightaway into 1. Waring and Geisler wheel to wheel for the lead. In 1 and 2, Geisler takes the low side to the front. Waring second, Barton runs third. Down the back straightaway, Rich Curry in car 3, moving up to 4th. Here comes Malcute in the M1 to 5th. Barton now challenging Waring for second off of turn 4 on the inside. Lynn Geisler is your leader. The race for second, Barton in the 28 continues to pressure the 17 of Bob Waring Jr. Malcute 4th, Curry 5th, and it's Shaver running 6th. Satterley and Doherty bring up the tail of the field. Barton in the 28, up a little high in turn 1 that time. M1, that's BML Hewitt getting close to him in the battle for 3rd. The race for 5th now shaping up as well. The 30 of Steve Shaver to the inside of the 3 of Richie Curry. 3 laps down, it's still Lynn Geisler, your leader. Bob Waring Jr. second. Dick Barton 3rd. Malcute runs 4th. Shaver is 5th. Geisler's lead now a full straightaway. The Cochran number 1 Masters built chassis pulling away here in our first heat race. At the halfway point, we've got 5 laps to go. Dick Barton continues to apply the pressure to Bob Waring Jr. Race for 2nd, 3rd, 4th, and now 5th, bunching up in turns 3 and 4. Here comes Malcute to the inside of Barton, trying to take 3rd. The Medic Alert M1. Three laps remaining, 3 to go. Malcute off of turn 2 on the inside. Takes the M1 to 3rd, dropping Barton in the 28 to 4th. Malcute now trying to work on Waring for 2nd as Geisler, your leader, puts a lap on Brian Doherty in the 00. White flag waving this time by. 1 lap to go for Lynn Geisler. Here comes Malcute to the inside in turn 4 alongside Bob Waring Jr. Malcute moves to 2nd. Waring is 3rd. Barton 4th, Shaver 5th here on the final lap. Off the 4th turn, the Cochran number 1 will set late model heat race number 1 to Lynn Geisler. Finishing 2nd will be B.A. Malcute. 3rd, Bob Waring Jr. 28, Dick Barton 4th, and the 30 of Steve Shaver complete your top 5. Randy Kimmel. And in the Bradish Auto Sales 5 from Chester, West Virginia, Lou Bradish. 2nd of 4 qualifying heats for the one off the 4th turn. The drag race is on as the green drops. Into turn 1. Johnny Johnson grabs the lead. The race for second now in turn 2. Kip Moore on the outside puts the 00 into the second spot. Wally Fox in the 93rd. Burgess in the 34 is 4th. O'Donnell in the 27 runs 5th. Here they come off of turn 4. Into turn 1, it's still Johnny Johnson, pressured by Kip Moore. The race for third side by side. Bobby Burgess in car 34 to the inside of the 90. Wally Fox down the back straightaway. And Lou Bradish making tracks toward the front in the yellow number 5. Bradish, who started last, already into the 4th spot. 2 laps are down, 2 down. Johnny Johnson is your leader in car 48. The Georgetown General. Kip Moore runs second. Bobby Burgess in car 34 is third. The 5 of Lou Bradish 4th. Phil O'Donnell in the 27 and Wally Fox in the 90 are next. Then it's the auction barn 09 of Nick Jones. Bob DiGiulio in the 3 and Randy Kimmel in the 7K bring up the tail of the field. Laps down. Johnny Johnson, started on the pole, has been your leader from the start. Kip Moore right behind him in second at the halfway point, 5 to go. To go this time by 4 to go. Still Johnny Johnson, then Kip Moore. Lou Bradish now to third in car 5. Dropping Burgess in the 34 to 4th. Wally Fox in car 90 runs 5th. Laps to go when they come by. It's still Johnny Johnson, your leader. Kip Moore in second. Lou Bradish is third. Bradish has been the most impressive, starting last, now third, and closing on the second place car of Kip Moore. Lou Bradish coming off of turn 2 in the yellow number 5 draws a beat on the 00 of Kip Moore as they enter turn 3. White flag, final lap. Down the back straightaway, your leader, Johnny Johnson. In the Jules machine, John's towing 48 off of turn 4. Wolf's Head late model heat race number 2 to Johnny Johnson. Kip Moore's second. Lou Bradish third. 4th to Bobby Burgess in car 34. And rounding out the top 5 will be car 90, Wally Fox. Also moving into the A main, the 27 of Phil O'Donnell. Fans, we've got the 50-50 raffle tickets again on sale tonight. The Mike Johnson. In the North Coast W2 from Lake Milton, Ohio, Mike Westfall. In the KOS Realty Tubbs Automotive 10 from Dormont, Dennis Curry. In the Phil Lucon Rep Fab, number 84 from Weston, West Virginia tonight. The doors, Old Allegheny Shop 99 from Benicia, Ben Miley. Off the 4th turn, the green drops, and it's Mark Banal taking the early lead in car T8. Their double foul in the middle of the pack. Down the back straightaway, Mike Johnson moves to second. Timmy Hick quickly to third in car 84. Off of turn 4, Banal, your early leader. Johnson second, Hit runs third. Todd Andrews in the 17 is 4th. And it's Mike Westfall in the W2 running 5th. Down the back chute, Banal opening up some daylight in the T8. The Dillonville Dynamo. Mike Johnson second, Tim hit third, Todd Andrews is fourth. Dennis Curry in the 10 now, into the fifth position. Running sixth is Mike Westfall in car W2. Ben Miley in car 99, moving around Mike Westfall into the sixth spot. Out in front, it's Steele Banal, and they're single file behind them for second, third, and fourth at the halfway point. 5 laps remaining. Complete lap number 8, just 2 to go. Mark Banal still your leader, Mike Johnson in second, Tim hit third, and Todd Andrews fourth. They have stayed that way since the second lap. Curry in the 10 runs fifth, Miley in the 99 sixth. Top 6 cars move into the A main. The remainder of the field, of course, to be determined during our consolation. They're closing in on race leader Mark Banal here with 1 to go. Mike Johnson starting to come on, closing into about 3 car lengths. The track is definitely getting faster the more rubber laid down. We got a car into the wall in turn 3, car into the wall in turn 3. Car 41, Larry Kugel. Saturday, we're back ready to go here with our third heat race for the Wolfset late models with just 1 lap remaining. Awful for Banal takes the lead again, and Tim Hitt moves to second. Hitt able to use advantage of the inside starting spot, rockets to second, and car 84 now the race for third. Mike Johnson in the 2 feels the heat from the 17 of Todd Andrews. Coming for the checkered flag off the 4th turn. Hitt trying to make a run at Banal. It's Banal your winner. Hitt second, Andrews third, and Johnson fourth. Ben Miley comes home 5th in car 99, and rounding out the top 6 cars to move into the A main, the 10 of Dennis Curry. Mark Petrucci. In the Ferrari Chevy Pontiac Buick, Franklin Racing Supplies 4 from Valencia, Ed Ferrari. In car 12 from Quaker City, Ohio, Doug Dodd. '57. And we'll check on the last car here in this qualifying heat. We're ready to go. 4th heat race underway for the Wolfset late models. We got a spin in turn 1. Dan Armbruster in the 61 gets turned sideways in front of a whole bunch of cars. We've got 4 or 5 cars piled up between the first and second turns. So Tony Bruno is driving the late model number 57 tonight. Tony Bruno driving car 57. All right, the Wolfset late models are ready to go. Their 4th heat race back underway. A reshuffled lineup after that accident, and then with Bob Waring Sr. having problems in car 1. Ed Ferrari takes the early lead in car number 4. Down the back straightaway, 3 wide on the outside. Rodney Phillips in the 1P, trying to take over second. He's got it. Running third is Dan Armbruster in car 61. And it's Craig Wilson in the 8, Doug Dodd in the number 12. Mark Petrucci in the 5, running sort of like a modified without the front fenders. Dodd in the 12 moves quickly into 4th. Ed Ferrari in car number 4 continues to set the pace with Rodney Phillips second, Dan Armbruster third, Doug Dodd fourth, Craig Wilson fifth, Mark Petrucci runs sixth, and it's Mike Liggett in the 2L. race for third tightening up a bit. The 12 of Doug Dodd applying the heat to the 61 of Dan Armbruster. Through 3 and 4 they work. It's still Ferree your leader. Rodney Phillips getting better and better with each week he spends here on Dirt's Monster Half Mile. Runs a strong second. 5 laps are down, 5 laps remaining. To go, 3 remaining. Been your leader from the start. In the Ferree Chevy Pontiac Buick, Franklin Racing Supply number 4 with Rodney Phillips in the one-piece second. White flag, final lap. Dan Armbruster 61 third. Doug Dodd of the 12 still fourth, running 5th and 6th. The 8 of Craig Wilson, the 5 of Mark Petrucci. Checkered flag, final heat race for the Wolf's Head late models. Your winner in car number 4, Ed Ferree. Second to Rodney Phillips. Third to Dan Armbruster. The 12 of Doug Dodd is fourth. And it'll be Craig Wilson in car 8 fifth, with Mark Petrucci's 5 minus the front sheet metal. Finishing 6th and also moving into this evening's A main. Gossett from Cannonsburg. In the number 7, Dwayne Paul from Crafton, from Carnegie. In the 36 is Paul Shepik out of Charleroi, driving car 36. Paul has competed in the past in the Spectator stock division. And of course, off the win of the Fall Classic 40 in the field again tonight in the number 10. Back underway, the green is out. Rick Armstrong takes the leading car 29. And it's the 55 car of Bill Nepper, the W2 of Wayne Gossett. We got a car spinning in turn 4. That's Wayne Gossett, the W2. Everyone gets by, but he lost the nose piece. It sits on the inside of the 4th turn, and the caution is out. Wayne Gossett in car W2 losing the nose piece after he got turned sideways and got a piece of, I believe, of the 9C of Doug Crawford. Into turn 4, the green is out. Rick Armstrong continues to lead in car 29. John Flinner in the 04 moves to second. Chuck Mallory with a problem here on the start in car 24, trying to get off the racetrack into the pits. He'll do that, and the green stays out. Car 29, Rick Armstrong, the country covered Crass Robinson Auto Body rides your leader with the McCandless Auto Parts. Brighton Heights Automotive 04 of John Beatty. No, tonight John Flinner. I knew I'd make the mistake. John Flinner in second and applying the pressure. Running third is Bill Nepper in car 55. Jim Lapro in the Bud's Place 6 runs 4th. And Dwayne Popham in the Remax Real Estate 7 is 5th. Rick Armstrong is your leader in car 29, pressured by the 04 tonight, driven by John Flinner. Bill Nepper's 55 second, Jim Lapro in the 6 is 4th. Here they come off of turn 4. 4 laps down. turn 4. Flinner looks to the inside in the 04. Tries to draw alongside the 29 of Rick Armstrong at the halfway point. 5 to go. 5 laps remaining. Armstrong up a little high in turn 2. Flinner again shows him his nose, but down the straightaway, Rick Armstrong continues to set the pace. Out of Bloomingdale, Ohio, in car 29. 4 laps to go into turn 1. Flinner alongside another time. He slides up. There's contact. Armstrong continues around the outside. He's still your leader. Flinner in the 04 second. Knepper in the 55 third. Jim Lepro in the 6 is fourth. Then it's the 7 of Dwayne Popham running fifth. 3 laps to go. White and the checkered out, 2 to go. In turn 2, John Flinner again to the inside, but down the straightaway it's still Armstrong with the lead by a couple of car lengths as they enter turn 3. White flag this time, 1 lap to go. Flinner now up high in the 04 and Bill Knepper in the 55 gives him a run for second. Country Covered Crafts, Robinson Auto Body, 29 from Bloomingdale, Ohio. Your York Heat Race winner, Rick Armstrong. It'll be Bill Knepper in the 55 getting second. The 04 of John Flinner third there on the final turn. And fourth to the 6 of Jim Lepro. 7, Dwayne Popham completes the top 5. Champ Mike Johnson from Imperial in the 1J. In the 98 tonight, Norm Benning Jr., Danny Burns in the 69 and the 22 of Denny Prusi. Wayne Gaither grabs the early lead. Bob Schaefnocker, the 9, runs second. Ricky Thomas is third. Mike Johnson fourth. York Limited Late Models putting a show on here coming off of turn 4. A lot of battling going on down the front straightaway. It's still Wayne Gaither out in front. Bob Schaefnocker's 9 second, the 99 of Ricky Thomas third, 1J Mike Johnson fourth, 98 Norm Benning Jr. fifth. Wayne Gaither has his hands full as he's got a lot of cars in his mirror. Benning now moves to fourth in car 98, and Thomas moves the 99 up to second. Norm Benning Jr. down on the low side, up to third. Into turn 1, it's still Wayne Gaither, Ricky Thomas second, Norm Benning Jr. third, Bob Schaefnocker's 9 fourth, Mike Johnson now fifth, running sixth, the 11A of Charlie Jasinski. Two team cars, the 99 and the 98, side by side for second. Ricky Thomas to the inside, and going by on the high side is Norm Benning Jr. Norm Benning to the inside now, trying to take the lead away from Wayne Gaither. At the halfway point, we've got 5 laps to go. Off at 2 down the back straightaway. Still Wayne Gaither having his best run from North Lima, Ohio in the 4. Car into the wall. The 9 of Bob Schaefnocker into the wall in turn 3. Comes to a stop in turn 4. The yellow is out. Green is out. Norm Benning Jr., your leader. Ricky Thomas second. Mike Johnson moves to third. Wayne Gaither drops to fourth on that restart. race for 5th, Jasinski in the 11A and Ron Myers in car 21. They're down the back straightaway side by side going into 3. Benning Steele, your leader. Thomas second. Wayne Gaither up high in the 4A. Look out! Comes down spinning the 21 of Ron Myers to avoid contact with the 4A of Wayne Gaither. Ron Myers in the 21. And we've got the yellow outs. 3 laps remaining. 99 and 98, the team cars wheel to wheel for the restart. Benning and Thomas coming at you off of turn 4. Look at Mike Johnson in the 1J sneaking up in there. This one could prove quite interesting in the closing laps. Norm Benning Jr. is your leader in the 98. Mike Johnson's 1J tries to take second, but no. Ricky Thomas on the outside motors back into the second spot. Running third, it's the 1J of Johnson. The 11 of Charlie Jasinski is 4th. 2 laps to the finish, 2 to go. Wayne Gaither back up to 5th in car 4A. Running 6th, the 21 of Ron Myers. White flag, final lap. Norm Benning Jr. in car 98, your leader. 99, Ricky Thomas second. The 1J of Mike Johnson third. 11A, Charlie Jasinski fourth. And Wayne Gaither runs 5th off the 4th turn. Your York Limited Late Model Heat race goes to Norm Benning Jr. Norm Benning Jr.
We'll talk about that with Emma down here, and this was his dream, and his dream came true, and we're glad that he had to for several years before he passed on. Watch what you say now, everybody's listening. Emma, if we go way back to when Nick had race cars and he had some of the best drivers in the country driving his race cars, I remember one time when I talked to him, he said he went to Heidelberg as a kid and they threw him out, and that was when he decided that he was going to have his own racetrack.
That's right. A long time ago.
He had some of the best drivers in the country. I guess the most recent one he had was Don Dale, and some of the stories that Brian Underwood tells me about Nick and Don and some of the cars they had, I guess you could write a book.
Yeah, some of the words they use too, I could write another book.
Well, you're not bashful when it comes to saying things. You've always had a way of telling people how you think. There's never any doubt where Emma stands, right?
Right.
When Nick first decided to build this racetrack, it took a long time to get it built. When did he first tell you, hey, we're going to have a racetrack?
Well, he bought the property in last of 69. And it took 10 years to build it, and we opened up in 79.
I was one of the people that was fortunate enough to be here on opening day. We were running a car here, and it didn't take people long to realize that this was going to become a premier dirt track in this area. Now, for the benefit of the fans that maybe aren't aware of it, at one time, wasn't he talking about making this a 1-mile track?
Yeah, he was going to make a mile, and then Heidelberg was up for sale, so he cut it down to a half mile.
You know, whenever people are successful, when guys are successful in racing, it always happens because they have a good woman to help them out. And I have to think that most of the success Nick had was because you were there to kind of give him the support, maybe holler at him every once in a while.
I didn't care what he did or what he spent. He was on his own. I backed him up.
Red, you've been at the Speedway here for 5 years. If we go back maybe 6 years, I can remember a photo of you and Emma out behind the Speedway, and I guess that was my first indication that it was more than a casual interest that Molly and Motorsports had here at the Speedway. Why don't you pick the story up from there?
Well, it's been a good 5 years. We always felt that Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway was one of the nicest facilities we ever saw, and we thought it would be very nice and good for racing if we could keep Nick's dream alive here at the Speedway and continue to operate it. And with Emma's help, we've been able to do that. So it's been a good 5 years with the fan support, with participants' support, and we hope to keep it going.
Emma, we like surprising you. Looks like they did it again, huh?
Flowers. That ain't up my alley, them flowers.
Well, you're going to have to take them.
Emma, on behalf of my Sports, Nick here in Memorial Night, we'd like to present these with these roses to you as a token of our appreciation for all the work and effort that you and Nick have put in this Speedway. It truly is a testimony to a dream come true, and when you put all the effort in it and keep it going, then you can make it happen. And that's what you and Nick did. You made it happen for all of us to continue racing here today. So thank you very much, Emma. We love you. We appreciate what you've done here.
Okay, thank you, Red.
Get a little kiss there, too.
Me too. Okay. Hey, thanks for being here. And we know Nick's watching this race, and he's enjoying to see his dream come true.
Keep it going.
Dealer Fall Classic 40 winner in the 10, Bill Yakin from Mars. In the 50, from Aliquippa, George Bland. In the red 5, Rich Gasparovich from Kennedy Township. From Uniontown, the 75 of Mel Minnick Jr. And from Dravosburg in car number 8, Russ Colasar. Green is out. They're underway, the York Limited Late Models. Off of turn 4, Mike Morgan is your leader in car 83. Matt Sherlock into second in the 15. The 14 of Ed Dunn, the 10 of Bill Yakin, the 16 of Eric Roberts, and the 75 of Mel Minnick Jr. battle their way down the back straightaway on Dirt's Monster half mile. Mike Morgan, the rookie driver out of Heidelberg, is your leader. Matt Sherlock in the 15 second, and here comes the 10 of Bill Yakin closing on Sherlock in turn 3. Down the front straightaway into 1. Yakin in the 10 goes to the outside. He may go from 3rd to 1st. The Jukes Body Shop Cox Machine 10 of Bill Yakin takes the high side home into the lead. Morgan's 83 second now. He's a little loose off of 4. Matt Sherlock in the 15 runs 3rd. And it's the 75 of Mel Minnick Jr., the 14 of Ed Dunn, the 16 of Eric Roberts, the 5 of Rich Gasparovich, and the 50 of George Bland. Halfway. 5 laps remaining, 5 to go. Finishing second in the points race to Mike Johnson. Bill with 6 wins this year. He's your leader now. The man on the move is Mel Minnick Jr. in car 75. He's up to the 2nd spot, again using the outside. Both Yakin and Minnick go to the high side to move up through the pack. Yakin your leader and Minnick 2nd. Morgan in the 83 still 3rd. Sherlock's 15 4th. Or excuse me, Dunn in the 14 4th. Sherlock in the 15 now 5th with 2 laps remaining, 2 to go. Ed Dunn in car 14 out of the outside of Mike Morgan. He gets to 3rd. white flag, 1 lap remaining, 1 to go. Bill Yakin leading by a straightaway. The Jukes Body Shop, Cox Machine 10 off the 4th turn. York Limited Late Model Heat race number 3 to Bill Yakin. Second, we'll go to 75, Mel Minnick Jr. Third to Ed Dunn. Matt Sherlock 4th, and Eric Roberts rounds out your top 5 with some nifty driving in the final lap in car 16. 1 from Callery, Bob Waring Sr. 10-lap consolation event. Off the 4th turn, the green is out. Quickly into the lead, Bob DiGiulio in car number 3. W2. And Bob Waring Sr. with a problem in the 1. He spins going into the 1st turn. The yellow is out. There's a chassis war all the time. Rockets, Bullets, Rayburns, Masters builds. Ready to go here. The B main for the Wolfset late models. The consolation is underway. Into turn 1 goes Bob DiGiulio to 3 with the lead. Top 6 cars, everybody but 1 here, will move into this evening's feature events. Somebody won't. Let's see what happens. Still your leader. Mike Westfall 2nd. Randy Kimmel in the 7K up to 3rd. Dave Satterley in the 79 4th. Then it's Brian Doherty in the 00. Nick Jones in the 09 and Ben Bellich in the 48 battling for the 6th and final qualifying spot. And they're side by side. Off at 2 down the back straightaway. Bellich gets by in the 48. Jones in the 09 though right back underneath him in turn 3 for a moment. Down, 6 remaining, and now Brian Doherty in the 00D is on the bubble. He runs 6th. Nick Jones in the 09 still 7th. Now Jones goes to the outside of Doherty in turn 3, and he moves up to 6th. Doherty in the 00 drops to 7th. At the halfway point, 5 down, Bob DiGiulio, your leader. Mike Westfall running 2nd. Randy Kimmel is 3rd. 79, Dave Satterley 4th. 48, Ben Bellich 5th. And running 6th, the Auction Barn 09 of Nick Jones. Remaining, 2 laps to go. The Smokies Racing Supply 3 of Bob DiGiulio out of Hubbard, Ohio, being chased by Lake Milton, Ohio's Mike Westfall in the W2 and Connell's Wheels, Randy Kimmel in the 7th. The white flag is out, final lap. Kimmel in the 7 now, within a car length of Mike Westfall. Kimmel on the outside trying to get the 2nd spot here in the final turn of the final lap. Late model, Worcester late model consolation goes to the 3 of Bob DiGiulio. Finishing second will be Mike Westfall. Randy Kimmel is third. Dave Satterley fourth. Ben Bellich fifth. And rounding out your top 6, moving into the A main, the 09 of Nick Jones. Ready to go green. Spectator Stocks first heat race. Coming off the 4th turn, the green is out. Into turn number 1, Bob Hyman, car 92, takes the lead. Ronno Patchett into 51, quickly to second. Jim Steffens into 38 is third. Rick Wachter's 93X up to fourth. Then it's the 22 of Jesse Exler. 55, Wee Willie White in the middle of the pack. Look out, Jesse Exler hard into the wall in turn 4 in car 22E. But he's driving it away. He hit it a ton, but he's continued to drive it. You can see the right side of the car and the right front wheel all bent up, bruised and battered. But just like the NASCAR boys, when they hit the wall, they just keep her going. Take it back to the pits, get the sledgehammers out, and pound it away. Green stays out. Bob Heim is your leader in car 92. 51, Ronno Patchen second. 93, Rick Wachter is third. 38, Jim Steffens fourth. 55, Wee Willie White running in the 5th position. Then it's the 09 of Ralph Hysong Jr., the 91 of Mike Ross, Mike Backel on the 48. And Bill Slade in car number 4. Bob Heim in car 92. That Monte Carlo continues to show the way. Good race for second. Rick Wachter, the 93, to the inside of Ronno Patchen's 51. They're in the 4th turn, wheel to wheel, coming down the front straightaway. Patchen still second and Wachter third at the halfway point. 4 laps remaining. Still Bob Heim. Ronno Patchen in the 51 has his bumper being chased by the 93X of Rick Wachter. Second and third awfully close again. 2 laps to go. 2 to go here. Jim Steffens in the 38 still fourth. 55, Wee Willie White is fifth. White flag waving, final lap. Bob Heim has been your leader from the start in car 92. The Lowry's Run Automotive. Sponsored 92. Sunrise Motors of 51. Ronno Patchen second. And we got a car spinning here on the final lap. Mike Backel on the 48. All right, Mike, you'll get her turned back around. And your leaders are coming for the checkered flag. Off of turn number 4, Bob Heim in the 92 gets the win. Ronno Patchen second. Rick Wachter is third. Jim Steffens fourth. Wee Willie White completes the top 5 in the number 55. By the way, the race between the 91 of Mike Ross and the 09 of Ralph Hysong Jr. went to the 91 of Mike Ross, then the 09 of Ralph Hysong Jr. I hope we didn't do too bad with that. Jeff Broniszewski in the 10, Jim Crossland the R49, and Bobby R. Jr. Bobby R. normally drives the 3M, but tonight his son, Bobby R. Jr., driving it in the heat race. Well, in turn 2, they're 3 wide for the lead. Down the back straightaway, 17M Russ Matika takes over the top spot into turn 3. Russ Matika, the 17-year leader off of turn 4. Stas Shadowski's 57 second. The 1C of Jim Zarin on the move to third. The yellow flag is out. We've got debris on the racetrack. Debris on the racetrack. Ready to go green another time. 1 lap down. Green is out. Off of turn 4 down the front straightaway, still the 17 of Russ Matika, your leader. 1C Jim Zarin second, 57 Stas Shadowski third now. Jeff Bronaszewski in the 10 and Tom Pascutis in the 3. Look out, we've got Dancing Pure. Oh, a hard crash on the back straightaway. Russ Matika in the 17M and the 3 of Tom Pascutis. This 57 of Stas Shadowski all involved. Sadowski drives away in the 57. Russ Matika in the 17 took the worst of it. He's inside the back straightaway next to the guardrail, and Tom Pascutis is also laps down. Off the 4th turn, the green is out. Jim Zarin in the 1C, the number 1 Cochran West. Chevelle, your leader. 57, Stas Shadowski, a newcomer to the Spectator stock division late in this year, running in the 2nd spot. The 10 of Jeff Bronaszewski, the Tomai's Towing, Foster Construction, 10 up to 3rd. Jim Crossland's R49 next out of Uniontown. Then Bobby R. Jr. in the 3M. The 4th turn, halfway. 4 down, Jim Zarin, another guy who's really been strong the second half of the year. He's out in front of the 1C. Jim Zarin continues to lead. Modified heat race is next, then feature time. White flag, final lap. The number 1 Cochran West 1C of Jim Zarin close to the wall exiting the 2nd turn, but he's still out in front. Heading for Greg Wheeling's checkered flag off the 4th turn. And he'll win our 2nd Spectator stock heat race. 2nd of the 57 of Stas Shadowski. 10, Jeff Bronaszewski is 3rd. Jim Crossland in the R49, and then Bobby R. Jr. in the 3M will complete the field. Modifieds up next. they come off the fourth turn, and the green is out. Bernie Potanowick takes off with the lead. Quickly moving to second, trying to get there anyway, but he got a little too high in turn one. Let's see what happens down the back straightaway. 16, Darren Miller, and there goes the 75 of Kurt Habadell, the Kodak Gold 75. Darren Miller, though, through the corners, the quicker of the two in the 16. Trying to hold on to that second spot. He's got it down the front straightaway, but into one again on the outside. Habadell may have the advantage. Jim Petrell in the 84 runs fourth. Dale Charlier in the 11 is fifth. Down the back straightaway, Kurt Habadell again trying to take over second. And the Kodak Gold 75. The Melvin's Transmissions 36 of Bernie Potanowick is your leader. Habadell now second, Darren Miller third, Jim Petrell in the Phil Lucon RevFab 84 runs fourth. There goes Darren Miller back underneath Habadell, who got out of the groove in turn two. Jim Petrell also coming up in the 84. Dale Charlier's 11 runs fifth. Then it's Don Plants in the 02 and his nephew Jimmy Plants in the 40. Charlier in the 11 into fourth. Halfway, Bernie Potanowick shows the way. Darren Miller second, Kurt Habadell in third. Dale Charlier in car 11 now to the inside, trying to take third away from the 75 of Kurt Habadell, and he does. Jim Petrell in the 84 up high in turn four as Habadell goes to the inside in the 75, and he'll move back into third. Habadell in the 75 spinning. The yellow flag is out. With 3 laps to go. Bernie Potanowick in car 36 brings them off the fourth turn. He's still your leader. Darren Miller second. The 84 of Jim Petrell third. Dale Charlier blasts his way back to fourth in the 11th. And we've got a side-by-side duel for the lead off a 2 down the back chute. Potanowick in the 36 still your leader, but the 16 of Darren Miller able to work lower through the corners alongside another time. 2 laps to go, 2 to go. Wolfset late models moving into the staging area for their first feature up next. The white flag is waving. Bernie Potanowick is still your leader, close to the wall that time through 3 and 4, the 17 of Dave McManus. Down the back straightaway, Bernie Potanowick coming for the checkered flag. The Melvin's Automatic Transmission Service 36. Look out, here comes Darren Miller in the 16 alongside. In turn 4, the drag races onto the checkered flag. It's going to be Potanowick your winner. Miller second. Petrell third. Charlier fourth. And Don Plants in the 02 completes the top 5. Bernie Potanowick. Speedway Grand Am takes the field around. It will go pit side, and we're going to turn these high-powered Wolfset late models loose for 20 laps tonight. 2 times. The Pittsburgher preview. 30 cars set to do battle. Lynn Geisler, your leading winner on the year, with 8 checkered flags on the pole, alongside the 48 of Johnny Johnson. Champion Spark Plugs, Beacon All Pro Auto Parts Stores present the Pittsburgher preview, and we're underway. Into turn 1, Geisler grabs the lead. Benal moved to second down the front straightaway. Johnson is third, Faree fourth. Kip Moore, the Georgetown General, moves to fifth in the 00. It's Geisler leading Banal second, Johnson third, Faree fourth, and Moore runs fifth. Malkiewicz is sixth, Tim Hitt in car 84 seventh. Phillips in the 1T8, Andrews in the 17, the black 17, and Waring in the yellow 17. Battle next. 2 laps down, it's still Lynn Geisler, your leader. But now in the T8 is second. Ed Faree in car 4 on the inside, trying to take third away from the 48 of Johnny Johnson. Not able to do it. Johnson still third, Faree fourth, Moore is fifth in the 00. Tim Hitt now in car 84, sixth, and pressuring Kip Moore in the 00 for fifth. Geisler and Banal starting to check out. The 1C and the T8 coming at you off of turn 4. 4 laps are down. Again, the battle for third. Car 4, Ed Faree to the inside, trying to take the 48 of Johnny Johnson. Johnson holds him off into turn 3. Faree comes back at him on the inside in 4. 5 laps down now, a quarter of the way home. It's still Johnson third, Faree fourth, Moore fifth, Hitt sixth. Malkiewicz seventh, Andrews runs eighth. Then Rodney Phillips in the 1T and Bob Waring Jr. in the 17 run 9th and 10th. Timmy Hitt in car 84 now to the inside of Kip Moore, trying to move into the top 5 as they exit turn 4. He's got the pass made. 6 laps are down. Your leaders will be entering lap traffic here very shortly. Geisler and Mark Banal pulling away from the field. The races for positions 3, 4, 5, and 6 off of 2 down the back straightaway. Kip Moore now has dropped to 7th in the 00. Here comes Faree in the 4 again to the low side, trying to work underneath the 48 of Johnny Johnson. Lynn Geisler, your leader now in lap traffic. In turn 2, Geisler to the outside of Ben Belich in car 48. The T8 of Mark Banal picking up the chase. He runs second. Geisler to the inside in turn 4, putting the 27 of Phil O'Donnell a lap down. And now Lynn's got to be careful. Lots of race cars in his path with 9 down. But now quickly closing in. Mark goes to the outside, make it 3 wide down the back straightaway. He's closing in on Geisler as Geisler enters turn 3. Halfway this time by. 10 laps to go. Johnson still third, Faree fourth, Hitt fifth, Malkiewicz sixth, Todd Andrews has worked his way to 7th, Kip Moore 8th, Rodney Phillips 9th, Bob Waring Jr. runs 10th. Mark Banal now on the back end of Lynn Geisler in turn 3 and 4. Geisler to the inside of the racetrack, around the W2 of Mike Westphal, and Banal tries to follow him with 9 laps to go. Tim Hitt has taken over 4th away from the 4 of Ed Faree. Tim Hitt in car 84 now trying to get 3rd from Johnny Johnson. They're working lap traffic down the back straightaway. Hitt, we got the yellow flag out as things got crowded on the back straightaway. The 10 of Dennis Curry coasting atop the 4th turn to bring out the caution. Car 10, Dennis Curry, coasting Craig Wilson. Here they come off of 4. No go, says Greg Wheeling. Into turn 1 as they pick their way. The yellow comes back out. The yellow comes back out. You can see Geisler and Doug Dodd in the 12 holding on for dear life there between the 1st and 2nd turns. Everybody gets by, but Lynn Geisler is your leader. Now he sets the pace, but the guys behind. All right, we'll try it again. Lynn Geisler brings the field up to speed. Into turn 4, the green is out. And we are back underway. 9 laps to go. Watch them go down that front straightaway into turn 1. It's crowded in 1 and 2 as they jockey for positions down the back straightaway. Timmy hit the 84, got her sideways, and look at Todd Andrews come up through the field in car 17. Still Geisler leading Benal second. Farias third now in the 4. Johnny Johnson in the 48 runs fourth. Todd Andrews up to fifth in car 17. Sixth, the M1 of Brad Malkiewicz. Then it's the 84 of Tim Hitt and the 00 of Kip Moore. Geisler's off the pace. Your leader slowing down. Lynn Geisler headed to the pits. Mark Benal takes over the lead as Geisler limps to the pits on the back straightaway. Ed Ferree now second. Running third is Todd Andrews in car 17. 48, Johnny Johnson fourth. The 84 of Timmy Hitt and the M1 of B.A. Malkiewicz battle for fifth. Laps to go, 5 to go. Mark Benal, your leader by a half a straightaway over the 4 of Ed Ferree. Todd Andrews has been the man on the move in car 17. He has worked his way up to third. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. Car spinning on the back straightaway. Fourth, 84. Tim Hitt running fifth. B.A. Malkiewicz make that running fourth in car M1. And Tim Hitt in the 48 of Johnny Johnson is fifth. Hitt is sixth. Moore seventh as we're back to green. But now your leader, and look at Todd Andrews moving to second in car 17. 3 laps to go. Ferree tries to work back under Andrews but can't get him. Malkiewicz runs fourth in the M1. Johnny Johnson still fifth. Tim Hitt sixth. Kip Moore seventh. Rodney Phillips eighth. Bobby Burgess ninth. And Bob Waring Jr. 10th. 2 laps to go. Todd Andrews trying to close in on your leader as B.A. Malkiewicz now moves to third in car M1. Down the back straightaway, it's Benal by 5, 6, maybe 7 car lengths into turn 3. Through the corners, though, Andrews able to close in a bit. 1 lap remaining, 1 to go. Todd Andrews within 3 car lengths into turn 1. In turn 2, it's still Benal. Here comes Andrews trying to mount a last lap charge. Watch them in turn 3. Benal, your leader. Andrews coming on the inside into turn 4. Down the front straightaway. The Wolf's Head late model Pittsburgher preview. Round 1 to Mark Benal. Andrews second. Malkiewicz third. Ferree fourth. And Johnson fifth.
What's that?
Folks from Beacon Auto Parts and Champion Spark Plugs joining Mark in Victory Lane. Let's go for a quick word to Don Gamble. Don?
About 5 laps to go, Lynn Geisler had a problem. We said it was a ring and pinion. I need to clarify. ring and pinions. He thinks it's a problem in a quick change. Maybe one of the gears, they're checking it over.
Wins in a row. 3 now on the year, and he is definitely rounding into shape as we get to the big money part of the season.
Well, he mentioned that the 2 weeks he had on vacation from the Speedway here, that they learned some things about the car and make it faster, and apparently they did their homework while they were gone.
He has been quick. I don't know if he would have had enough for Lynn Geisler or not, but you could ask him that.
I'll bet you like coming down here to talk to me.
Yeah, I never enjoyed it before this much before. This is pretty good.
We're going to make somebody happy. We got some money here. How about pulling out the winning ticket? How much?
$353.
Here it is.
That's four numbers.
Numbers 2424. We'll say it again here, 2424.
That's for $353. Mark, you had a couple of weeks off. You told me you learned some things about the race car. I think you must have learned a bunch of cars fast.
Well, it's pretty good there. I don't know what I could have done with Lynn there, but it pushed a little bit there on me, so we got to go back and adjust a little bit. Hopefully it'll be a little better for the next feature.
Let's assume Lynn would have had a problem. Were you giving it all you had, or did you have a little bit left over?
I had a little bit there. I thought I could run him down in lap traffic, but, when it was free running, I was trying to save the right front there. I thought I was pushing off, so I slowed up a little bit, but I run it pretty hard.
How about when you looked out the window, did you realize Todd Andrews was there?
I heard a motor. I thought that might have been it. Then I seen when we come through the checker, it was Todd, but I was glad to beat him.
Something unique happened when you got out of the car. I can think back a long time ago when you were a bad guy. And maybe you come in victory lane, people weren't real happy, but it sounds like half the grandstands are Mark Bunnell fans.
I hope so. I've been supporting these guys here all this summer, and I hope I picked up a few extra fans.
Well, I think you did, especially tonight. Now, let's talk Pittsburgher. We have to do anything for the car to change it for next week?
Yeah, a little bit. We'll probably put a set of leaf springs on it. We usually go through those every other night or so, but since there's twin 20s tonight, we'll run these springs here tonight, and we'll put a new set on for next week, and hopefully it's just as fast.
Well, nice job. Maybe I'll see you here in about a half an hour.
I hope so, Doc.
Nice hand for Mark Bunnell.
All right, Doc, congratulations to Mark. 3 wins now on the season. Grand Am, our pace vehicle for 1993 here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway, making its way pit side. And the York Heating and Air Conditioning Limited Late Models are set to sail. 20 laps, their final feature event of 1993. Car 79, Dave Satterley started 28. Car 79, Dave Satterley went from 28th to 17th in that first Wolf's Head late model feature. He is our Monarch Oil Hard Charger. Green is out off the 4th turn. Into turn 1, Norm Benning Jr. takes the lead. Rick Armstrong second. Norm Benning Jr. leading lap 1, Rick Armstrong second. Bill Yakin third, Ricky Thomas at the 99 fourth. John Flinner in the 04, and Mel Minnick in the 75 battling for 5th. Minnick takes over the spot down the back straightaway in car 75. For second now. Car 10, Bill Yakin tries to work the inside of the 29 of Rick Armstrong. There in turn 4. Norm Benning Jr. stretching that lead in car 98. Phil Fall in car 0 slowing down the back straightaway. He stays on the racetrack, but he is creeping into turn 3. Rick Armstrong's 29 still second, the 10 of Bill Yakin third, 99 Ricky Thomas fourth, and Mel Minnick Jr. in the 75 fifth, running sixth, the 04 of John Flinner. Bill Nepper's 55 seventh, the 15 of Matt Sherlock eighth, the 14 of Ed Dunn ninth, and Jim Lapro in car 6 right now runs 10th. Phil Fall in car 0 now coming to a stop here on the front straightaway, and we're going to have the yellow out. Phil Fall in car 0 brings out the caution in this York Heating and Air Conditioning feature event. Strong in the 29 lines up second as the green drops. Here comes Bill Yakin in the 10, quickly moving on the inside into the runner-up spot. Armstrong in the 29 third, the 99 of Ricky Thomas is fourth. Battle for fifth between the 04 of John Flinner, the 75 of Mel Minnick Jr., and the 15 of Matt Sherlock also in on the action. Norm Benning Jr., your leader in car 98, the 10 of Bill Yakin in close pursuit. 29 Rick Armstrong still third, the 99 of Ricky Thomas fourth. Thomas in the 99 now into third. So he works underneath the 29 of Rick Armstrong the last time down the front straightaway. Laps to go. Norm Benning Jr. pulling away in car number 98. Down the front straightaway, he rolls into turn 1. Around the 22, Denny Frusi to put him a lap down. Halfway this time through, 10 laps remaining, 10 to go. Ricky Thomas in the 99C is closed in on the 10 of Bill Yakin in the battle for second. 29, Rick Armstrong still fourth. The 04 of John Flinner is fifth. The 75 of Mel Minnick sixth. 15, Matt Sherlock seventh. The 6 of Jim Lapro is eighth. Then it's the 55 of Bill Nepper ninth and the 11A of Charlie Jasinski 10. John Flinner has moved to fourth now in the 04. Dropping Rick Armstrong's 29 back to fifth. Clear racetrack in front of leader Norm Benning Jr. down the front straightaway in the 98. Norm Benning Jr. in car 98 entering lots of traffic. We got cars spinning in front of your leader in turn 4. Benning slows down quickly as cars bounce into the guardrail at the inside of the third turn. The yellow is out. 5 behind him. Bill Yakin in the 10. Here comes Ricky Thomas in the 99. Green is out. Yakin in the 10 holds on to second as they head into turn 1. Car off the pace. Rick Armstrong. He had a good run going in the 29, but slows down considerably. Try and get that car back into the pit area. And we've got cars galore off the second turn at the entrance to the back straightaway. The yellow is out. Ron Myers in car 21. is driving his away. Benning back up to speed. The green drops another time. Into fourth turn they roll. Off of turn 4 down the front straightaway. Watch the race for second, third, and fourth into one. Ricky Thomas in the 99. They don't call him Restart Rick for nothing. He takes over the second spot. That time from the 10 of Bill Yakin. Yakin now third. 04 John Flinner fourth. 15 Matt Sherlock is fifth. And then it's the 75 of Mel Minnick. Lay Pro in the 6, Jasinski in the 11. Phil Nepper in the 55. We got cars spinning. Yellow flag is out. Back to green. 6 laps remaining. Here we go. Off of 4. They're rocking and socking down the front straightaway. Into turn 1. Benning still your leader. Ricky Thomas second, and John Flinner now to third in the 04. Bill Yakin in the 10 back to fourth. Mel Minnick in the 75 is fifth. Laps to the finish. 5 to go. Norm Benning Jr. continues to lead with Ricky Thomas second, John Flinner third, Bill Yakin fourth, Mel Minnick fifth. Running 6, Matt Sherlock, Jim Lepro 7th, Ed Dunn 8th, Charlie Jasinski 9th, and Rick Armstrong has worked his way back to 10th in car 29. 2 laps to go, the white and the checkered. Norm Benning Jr., who took the lead at the start, second night in this car. Takes the white flag, which means we've got 1 lap to go. Final feature of 93 for the York Heating and Air Conditioning Limited Late Models. Down the back straightaway into turn 3. In car 98, your feature winner, Norm Benning Jr., Ricky Thomas second, John Flinner third, Bill Yakin fourth. Mel Minnick completes the top 5. Matt Sherlock 6th, Lepro 7th, Jasinski 8th, Ed Dunn 9th, and Rick Armstrong rounds out the top 10. From time to time. It's been a winner in the late models here in years past at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway.
6, 11, 14, 29.
Climbs out. How about a nice hand for your York Heating and Air Conditioning Limited Late Model feature winner, Norm Benning Jr.
Dick Thomas, you got a busy guy. You got 2 in the race. You're second. It doesn't get any better than that.
Well, last week I felt that we got cheated, and to get a chance to show what we could do this week, we got the job done.
You got to be proud of both your drivers. How about going over and getting some pictures taken?
Thank you, I am.
your top 10 finishers again. 98, Norm Benning, your winner. 99, Ricky Thomas, second. 04, John Flinner, third. 10, Joey Gakin, fourth. 75, Mel Minnick, fifth. 15, Matt Sherlock, sixth. 6, Jim Lepro, 7. 11, Charlie Jasinski, 8th. 14, Ed Dunn, 9th. And Rick Armstrong in the 29-10. Let's go back to Don Gamble. Don?
Ken Wilson from York. Ken, you got to be pleased. Your division, we'll call it your division, a limited lates, good race and tough competition and a new winner.
Yeah, we're very pleased with the limited lates this year. In fact, the wheels are turning right now for next year's limited late model division.
The wheels are also turning for Tuesday for me for a new furnace. Ernie Kugler's coming over to put in a new heating and air conditioning system, and I didn't think I'd need it this soon, but it looks like the weatherman changed that.
Well, I'll guarantee you're going to be very pleased with the workmanship and how it turns out for you.
I'm sure. Hey, thanks again for your support of this division.
I want to thank Pittsburgh Motor Speedway for the support that they've given us, and we're very pleased with the way it's turned out. And like I said, the wheels are turning for next year. We hope that limited lates become bigger and better than ever.
Folks from Champion Spark Plugs in Beacon. All Pro Auto Parts stores also, of course, presenting Norm with the hardware tonight. They're sponsoring the program this evening.
They should come over and you tell everybody how it happened. Norm, it's good to see you. How long's it been, excluding your practice running this car, since you've been in a dirt car?
I believe it was 87.
You've driven just about any kind of full-body car there is, dirt, asphalt, short tracks, real big tracks. What was it like tonight?
It's a lot of fun. It's always a lot of fun to run at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. It's my favorite dirt track, and I ran Dave Cochran's car earlier, and we had an engine problem. I was having a lot of fun with that also.
Is this a temporary situation? You think you might be a regular fixture here?
I'd like to be a regular fixture. I can't find a ride.
Well, we need to tell people you just saw what happened. You got a race car. You want somebody who knows how to put the hammer down and runs in the family. Your dad only had one way to run. Put the hammer down, go to the front. Looks like you inherited that.
Well, Dickie gave me a good race car. Dickie Thomas is a great friend of mine and did it for him. I enjoyed it.
Congratulations on a nice job. We hope to see you back here.
Thank you very much, Don.
Okay, Dow.
Thanks, Don. Congratulations to Norm Benning Jr. on the win here tonight. Final race of the year for the 27, Phil O'Donnell. Then the 8 of Craig Wilson, and the 00 of Brian Doherty replaces the 1C of Lynn Geisler, who does not start this second feature after losing the rear end in our first 20-lapper. Cars to start. The Wolf's Head late models, 20-lapper, Doug Dodd in the 12, Lou Bradish in the 5, bring to field, up to speed in turn 4. The green is out. Quickly they roll into turn 1. It's Bradish in the 5, grabbing the early lead. Dodd in the 12 second, Bob Waring Jr. in the 17 third, Tim Hitt up to 4th in car 84, then it's Kip Moore in the 00 and the 1P of Rod Phillips. Lou Bradish still your leader. Dodd second, Tim Hitt now to 3rd in car 84, Waring in the 17 4th, Moore in the 00 runs 5th. Burgess in the 34, Malcute in the M1 racing hard for 6th. Doug Dodd now in the 12, starting to apply the pressure to the 5 of Lou Bradish. Your leaders in turn 1. Dodd able to run a little lower line into the corner. Bradish leads him down the back straightaway into 3. Tim Hitt in car 84, still 3rd. Bob Waring Jr. in the 17 4th. Kip Moore runs 5th in the 00. 5 laps down. 4 laps down. laps remaining. First race winner, Mark Pinal, still back toward the middle of the pack in the T8. Todd Andrews, who finished second, still 3 positions behind Pinal. They've got a lot of room to make up with 14 laps to go. Tim Hitt in car 84 now, closing in on the 12 of Doug Dodd in the race for second. Hitt in the 84, starting to pressure the 12 of Doug Dodd for second. Johnny Johnson pitting in car 48. Bradish, your leader down the back straightaway, around the 00 of Brian Doherty to put him a lap down. Dodd second. Tim Hitt in the 84 third. Bob Waring Jr. in the 17 fourth. The man on the move is the M1 of B.A. Malkiewicz. He's up to fifth. Kip Moore in the 00 sixth. 34 Bobby Burgess seventh. 1P Rodney Phillips eighth. The 10 of Dennis Curry ninth. The 4 of Ed Ferree runs 10th. Both Todd Andrews and Mark Pinal struggling. Positions 13 or 12 and 13, 13 and 14, somewhere in the middle of the pack. Now Tim Hitt in car 84. Again, trying to take second from the 12 of Doug Dodd as we approach the halfway point. 10 laps to go, 10 to go. Lap traffic could play a role here very shortly. Very, very shortly as your leaders exit turn number 4 down the front straightaway. Bradish in the very right. Yeah, car spinning. Doug Dodd in car 12, who was running second, hits the wall in turn 4, and the yellow is out. The yellow is out. Into 3 and 4. Battle is on with 9 laps to go for the Wolfset late models. Coming off of 4. Bradish a little loose. Hitt looks to the inside into 1. Dennis Curry in car 10 with a problem between 3 and 4. The yellow is out. And just like that, Tim Hitt was ready to take the lead away from Lou Bradish. But the yellow is out for the 10. The green is out. 9 laps to the finish. Into turn 1. Let's see what happens. Bradish leads them in the 5. Tim Hitt in the 84 in turn 2. Takes the lead down the back straightaway. And now B.A. Malkiewicz in the M1 tries to get second away from Bradish. And he's got it. Coming off of 4, it's Hitt your leader. Malkiewicz second. Bradish third. Waring is fourth. Burgess in the 34. And Moore in the 00 racing wheel to wheel for fifth. Behind them it's Steve Shaver, Todd Andrews, and Ed Ferree. Rodney Phillips, Mark Pinal. There's a whole heap of cars into turn 3. Tight racing from the front to the back of the pack. 7 laps to go. Tim Hitt, your leader in the Phil Lucon Rev Fab. Burgettstown Auto Parts rocket chassis number 84, and he's starting to pull away. Malkiewicz in the M1 up to second. Bradish third, Waring fourth, Burgess fifth now. Here comes Kip Moore, the 00, back underneath Bobby Burgess, trying to move back into the top 5. He's got the pass made down the front straightaway. The Georgetown General back to fifth if they continue to swap spots. 5 laps to go when they come by. 5 to go. Tim Hitt and B.A. Malkiewicz, the 84 and the M1, pulling away from the rest of the field. Todd Andrews in the 17 up to 6th. Yellow is out. Yellow is out. Car spinning in turn 4. The 09 of Nick Jones. Race, not B.A. Malkiewicz, so we won't go green this time.
It's down the left.
Oh. green. Into turn one, it's still Tim Hitt, your leader. Running second, B.A. Malkiewicz. Look out in turn 1 and 2. Kip Moore, the 00, gets turned around. And Ed Faree in the 4 is up on top of the 27. Looks like a Phil O'Donnell. 30, Steve Shaver also sitting back there. And I think Bob Waring Jr.'s got problems in the 17. He's coming to the pits. Yeah. Hit goes, the green drops as they wheel their way through turns 3 and 4. Still Timmy Hitt out in front. Malkiewicz second, Andrews third. Benal's the 4th now. Bradish in the 5 with that mangled front end runs 5th. Miley in the 99 moves up into the 6th spot. Miley in the 99 now moves into the top 5 with 4 laps to go. Car coming to a stop here on the front straightaway. The 3 of Richie Curry brings out the yellow with 4 laps to go. Now Dennis Curry in the 10 stops on the back straightaway. Green is out. 84, Tim Hitt maintains his lead. Rich Curry into 3 into the pits. Malkiewicz second, Benal now to 3rd in car T8. 17, Todd Andrews 4th. Bobby Burgess is 5th in car 34. Then Dick Barton and Ben Miley wheel to wheel for the 6th spot. The yellow is back out. Car 10, Dennis Curry, comes to a stop in turn 2 to bring out the caution another time. Models. Tim Hitt back to speed. Your leader in car 84. Malkiewicz still second, Benal 3rd, Andrews 4th, Bob Burgess is 5th in car 34. Rich Curry back in the pits in car 3. 3 laps to go for the Wolfset Late Models. Pittsburgher Preview Night. Presented by Champion Spark Plugs and Beacon, All Pro Auto Parts Stores. Hitt and Malkiewicz stretch the advantage down the back chute into 3 and 4. Hitt with a bit of a push in the 84. Here comes Malkiewicz to the inside. 2 laps to go. Tim Hitt fighting the push in turn 3 and 4 the last time by, and again off of 2 you can see the car pushed to the outside. Malkiewicz closing in again. Hitt with a problem in the corners. He's high. Malkiewicz is your leader with 1 lap to go. But now still 3rd, Andrews 4th, Burgess runs 5th. The Medic Alert M1 capitalizing on a Neil Handling 84. Tim Hitt takes the lead as they race to the white flag, and your Wolfset Late Model feature to B.A. Malkiewicz. Hitt 2nd, Benal 3rd, Andrews 4th, Burgess 5th, Miley 6th, Barton 7th, Johnson 8th, Phillips 9th, and Mark Petrucci completes the top 10. Well, that was certainly a surprise. Tim Hitt seemed to have things in hand, but something went amiss with just a couple of laps to go, and the car started to here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. He's, of course, got quite a name as an engine builder. Malkiewicz Racing Engines, popular by many in late model racing. B.A. Malkiewicz out of Strasburg, Ohio, in the Bullet Chassis Medic Alert M1. Put your hands together for B.A. Malkiewicz. Now Hewitt finished third in the first 20-lapper and the winner in the second, so he has the best of it here in the twin 20s. Same as Mark Bernal. He finished first in the first and third in the second, so I guess they go home tied. Both running Bullet chassis powered by Mal Hewitt racing engines.
Now, myself, like a lot of the fans, might have been under the impression that Mal Hewitt owned this car, and that's not correct. We're going to talk with the gentleman that does own the car. Sir, what's your name?
Portell, Mark Portell.
Where are you from?
Beckley, West Virginia.
Now, is this car sponsored by an ambulance service?
Yes, it is. Medical Alert Ambulance Service.
That's probably the first time I ever heard of that. Now, is this a new team, new deal? What's the situation?
It was a new team, last 5 races with Brad. We've been together. I've been racing late model for the last 6 years.
You got to be happy.
It's my first in 5 years, and my birthday was 2 days ago. I'm really thrilled.
Well, congratulations. What a way to celebrate your birthday. Now, how about this pretty lady beside you? Who's this?
Well, I am the president of Medical Alert Ambulance, and I run the ambulance service, and my husband, he runs the employees and handles the ambulance of buying them and that so forth.
Well, congratulations on your victory.
Thank you very much. We're very happy.
Go over there. Get the picture. Yeah, what was going on?
Well, we was having a problem with the transmission all night. The thing wouldn't lock into high gear. It was, low gear was fine, but I just couldn't get it locked in. But once it was in, it was okay. So we just had to keep going around the bottom of the track slow.
Question, you build a lot of motors for a lot of these guys. What's it like when you're chasing one of your own motors, you can't catch them?
Pretty damn hard.
You like that? As long as it's your motor, you don't mind.
That's all right.
Now, I got a lot of people asking me now, and I think you can answer this. I know what the B is. What's the A in B.A. Mal Hewitt mean?
Allen.
And am I pronouncing it right? Is it Malkut or Mal Hewitt?
Malkut.
Well, congratulations on a nice job. Your first win here. Can we expect you back next week?
We'll be here.
Good luck.
Thank you.
Okay, Dow.
All right, Don, congratulations. B.A. Malkut on his feature win, his first ever win here at Pittsburgh's Pennsylvania. 49 are Jim Crossland, 38 Jim Steffens, 10 Jeff Bonaszewski, 93X Rick Wachter, 57 Stunt. Green is out. Down the back straightaway. 91 normally driven by Mike Ross. We understand Mike's not driving tonight, so we'll find out. Might be the Andy Catellus behind the wheel. Andy drove it last week. Wee Willie White trying to make it 3 wins in a row. He runs second in the 55. 67X Danny Rich running a close third. Then it's 93X of Rick Wachter fourth, and Bobby Arn to 3M running fifth. Wee Willie White takes the lead down the back straightaway in the Cumps Lounge Three Rivers Coin TCI Cable TV 55. Second, Danny Rich 67 third, 93X Rick Wachter fourth, Ronald Patchett in the 51 runs fifth. Cars spinning on the back straightaway. Into turn 3, make that the bottom of turn 3. And still sitting there, so it looks like we will have the yellow. We do. Back out. Willie White continues to show the way. Rick Walker's second now. Wee Willie White gets high, and Rick Walker, your Spectator stock point champion, seizes the opportunity to take the lead. Andy Catellus driving the 91 is third. Another car spinning, same car. Bobby R in the 3M. Backs it against the inside guardrail in turn 4. And the yellow is out. Ready to go back to green. Rick Walker, your leader, will start outside here on the restart, so it's his race to start. Off the 4th turn, the green comes out, and on the restart, no, it doesn't. The yellow is back out. And the green is out off the 4th turn. Rick Walker, your leader. Wee Willie White second. Ronald Patchen in the 51 up to third. And about to take second, it would appear, off a 2 down the back straightaway. He flies behind the 51 into the runner-up spot. Wee Willie White's 55 third, trying to get that second spot back in turn 4. Andy Catellus in the 64 or 91 running 4th. 10 Jeff Broniszewski is 5th. W.R. Minden Sons Custom Homes 93X of Rick Walker out of Beaver, your track champ and your leader here. West Hills Auto Parts, another sponsor of the 93X. It's a Buick. Ronald Patchen in the 51 second, 55 Wee Willie White third, 91 Andy Catellus still 4th, and Jim Zarin now into the top 5 of the 1C. Past the halfway point. Remaining. Rick Walker opening up some daylight. Indeed, your leader in the 93X. 51 of Ronald Patchen all by himself in second. 55 Wee Willie White third. The race now for 4th, 5th, and 6th. The 91 of Andy Catellus, Jim Zarin in the 1C, and the 92 of Bob Heim. They're bunched up through the 4th turn. Zarin in the 1C moving into the 4th spot. Two more laps to go. W.R. Minden Sons Custom Homes, West Hills Auto Parts 93X. Beavers Rick Walker off the 4th turn, the white flag. Final lap. Spectator stocks will be back in action next Saturday for day 1 of the Pittsburgher. 3 and 4. Your Spectator stock winner, our track champion for this year, Rick Wachter. Second, Arado Patchen. Wee Willie White third. The 1C of Jim Zarin fourth, and Andy Catellus in the 91 completes the top 5. Off the 4th turn. Green is out for the modified. Kurt Habadell is your early leader in the 75. Dale Charlier in the 11th second. The 40 car of Jimmy Plant's third. Darren Miller 16-4. There comes Dale Charlier in the 11, making a bid for the lead into turn 3. Off the 4th turn. Sammy Stow already 5th in the 75X after starting last. Car spinning, 36, Bernie Patanowick off the racetrack at the bottom of turn 2. And the yellow is out. Back up to speed as we roll off the 4th turn. The green is out. They're 3 wide for second coming down the front straightaway. Into turn 1. Habadell, your leader, swinging Sam Stow into second. Dale Charlier in the 11, now third. Darren Miller 16, fourth. Battle for 5th. 61, Mark Oberzinski makes the pass in turn 4. Here comes Sammy Stow to the inside of Kurt Habadell down the back straightaway. Into turn 3, side by side. In turn 4, Stow takes the lead. Six laps down. Eight laps to go. Sam Stow, who started last, picked up his 4th win of the year last week, trying to make it win number 5 and his 2nd in a row. The Fikes Dairy 75X out of Dunleavy. Habadell slows in the 75, the Kodak Gold 75. He goes from 2nd to 4th. Darren Miller in the 16 and Dale Charlier in the 11. They're having their own battle for second. Five laps to go, 5 to go. To go. Sammy Stow in control. Dale Charlier second. Darren Miller 16 third. 75 Kurt Haberdale fourth. 61 Mark Oberzinski runs fifth. Sixth the 40 of Jimmy Plants. Seventh the 36 of Bernie Patanowicz. Eighth the 02 of Don Plants. Then the 84 of Jim Petrell and the 43 of Fred Varney. All still on the lead lap. Dave McManus off the pace a bit in car 17. He goes one lap down. White flag waving, final lap. Final feature event of 93 for the UMP Modifieds here at Pennsylvania Motor Speedway. In the Fikes Dairy 75X from Dunleavy. Feature win number 5 on the year for the UMP Modifieds. And Sammy Stow. Second to Dale Charlier. The 16 of Darren Miller third. 75 Kirk Haberdale fourth. And the 61 of Mark Oberzinski completes the top 5. By the way, Sammy Stow also will be our Monarch Oil Wolf's Head hard charger since he started. Winner Sammy Stow.
Come on out here, Sam. You kind of got a unique situation here. Walt has his boy drive the car in a heat race, and it means you start last every week in a feature, but it hasn't affected your performance.
No, the car was just terrific tonight. Hopefully we can do this again next weekend. We're going to go up Challenger and see what we can do, and hopefully win up there and then get Walt to go back again.
Well, how many wins is this for you this year?
This is 5 for me and 1 for Walt.
And you didn't even plan to run the car this season?
No, not at all. Just I want to thank Walt and his boy. I appreciate the ride and the good job that they do on the car.
Well, good luck next week, and hopefully you can work out a deal for next season. Congratulations.
Thanks a lot.
Okay, Dow.
Thanks, Doc. Congratulations to Sammy and all the feature winners here tonight and all the competitors. We thank you for coming out.
Pittsburgh.